Yeah, I think first games of the season are always tough. You don't know everything about the opponent. They don't know everything about you. So I think what was really great was we scored so quickly. Goals change games. We actually work a lot on, or talk a lot definitely, about kickoff and how it can be a goal scoring opportunity, and it was. I think in the first half we played some excellent football. I think the most disappointing part of the first half was that we didn't score more goals. But again, you guys have heard me say this a lot, like if we're creating that many chances, we'll be okay. I think then there was, the game was a little bit choppy towards the end of the first half, and then same in the second half, didn't really get going. And then once the flow of the game came back, I thought that we, again, played some really good football. And limited them to very limited opportunities. And yeah, on another day, we could have had 3 or 4. So I think the biggest thing for us today was the win. I think when it's the first game of the season, if you're playing the best you can possibly be, I would really worry. I don't think we were that, but it was definitely a positive, and we knew we were going to have to be gritty. We knew we were going to have to, to be all these things. But I think, the biggest highlight for me that I wasn't really expecting was how good we played at times. Just because, first game of the season.
And then you were talking about limiting Washington's opportunities. And this is going back to what you said yesterday in the pre-match presser about rotating the squad. Yeah. Not strictly because of injury, but just kind of rotation because some players are up there in age. And so today you start Shea and Lily, and Lily puts in a solid 63 minutes. Can you just talk about her debut?
Yeah, honestly, Lou got a knock when we were in Costa Rica, so her minutes were limited today. So that's why Lou didn't start. She could have played a little bit. She could have come on at half time, and if we needed her to, she could have done that. But I thought Shea was great. I thought Lily was great. I said to her when she came off, I went, "Welcome to the league," and she was like, "Wow, it's crazy." I was like, "Yeah, it's in nothing yet." But I think all the new players that have come in, each one of them's had different amounts of time with us. Lily's one that's had maybe a little bit more time with us, and I think you could see her understanding of what we're trying to do was great. Haz and G have probably had the least amount of time with us, and Jordan and Quinn have had the least amount of time with us. But yeah, I just thought we were very solid today. I thought everyone played really well. I thought they did the jobs that we needed them to do. So yeah, I thought Lily and Shea were great.
And then last one from me, it's been a while since I've asked you this. How many steps did you get in?
Ooh, hold up. Wait a minute. Ooh, my rings are closed there. Okay. No, calories. 12,000 today. Just in that period, because I don't move apart from the game.
So the game wasn't stressful enough? Is that what we're...
Yeah. It wasn't, to be fair. Yeah. I've still got a voice, so.
So Jacob mentioned G, obviously, and some people were questioning how she would, not me, but other people were questioning how G would adjust to the NWSL, and how she. Hey, some people have questions. I can't control other people. Mm-hmm. I was wondering if you could sort of describe the role that she's in, because it looked like she was could go pretty much anywhere she wanted a little bit, and just how you felt she helped the team today and what she brought to the team.
Yeah, I mean, she brings class. She's quality. She's a very, very technically gifted player. She understands the game. She understands English too, which is great, but her understanding of the game has made this seamless. And she's had, I don't know, 8 training sessions? No, not even that. 6 training sessions maybe. And just her football understanding is at such a high level that anyone who was questioning her ability to play in the league doesn't understand that about G. But I would say, I think what she also has is she is fit, she's quick, she's dynamic, she sees a pass. And for our team, that's that's what we need. You know, I think some of the passages of play which created goal scoring opportunities today were goal of the season would have been goal of the season goals. You know, so and she was pivotal in almost all of them.
Coach, we know you can get pretty excited after some of these wins, so some big fist pumps after the final whistle.
Yeah, my mum and dad were in the crowd, so.
Oh, very nice. And I asked Shay and Bethany about this as well, but playing Washington, they're a familiar opponent at the beginning of the year. They're a tough team to beat. You've got a few matches away now. How happy are you with the quality that you guys showed and sort of the fight today from this group?
I mean, like I said, the quality I'm like not shocked at. I'm like happily surprised that we were able to put that together today, just because we haven't played together a lot. I think the thing that I'm most happy about is our like determination to win the game and limit them to very little. I think that's what I was the most happy with today. And yeah, getting points at home are always vital in this league. And yeah, we've got 3 tough away games coming up. So to get 3 points on the board against these lot who, traditionally it's been a tough one for us, feels great. Yeah.
Between players and coaches that have had experience in other leagues, do you think they bring any unique benefits to the team?
Yeah, I think we do. I think as foreigners I think the greatest thing about this league is it's so competitive. And the thing that I think the international flair and international knowledge of the game can bring, which I think it's been happening definitely since I came back into the league in 21. I think tactically the game has evolved dramatically in the league. I think the influx of, this off-season has been a massive influx of international players. I think will give the league a lot of different looks and, each team can play differently because of that. But I also think, that American mentality, that American willingness to work and run and make things difficult for opponents. And, I was saying to G and Lily and Haz, you don't get that. You don't get that anywhere else. Ashley Hatch is going to run everything down. You don't have a minute. And until you play in it, you don't appreciate it. And that's what I love about this league, is every single game's so hard. Every single game's tactically so demanding of you as a coach that you have to be at the top of your game to get points. And today we did all right.
Thanks, Coach, for taking the time to talk with us. What was your message to the team, both before this game, but also before the season, the overall thing you wanted to get across to the players?
Yeah, I think the overall message has been, we're back, the rain's back. And that means something to us in our locker room, the Queen being back and what that means, being called Seattle again, means a lot. And to me, it means legacy. And legacy of this club is we win. That is what we want to do. We want to win. And that's been our message in the pre-season, is how do we keep what's made this club so special over the years going, but also keeping that winning mentality going and moving that forward and try and take that extra step that we've not been able to do yet. But I think that's been the message in pre-season. And today was be gritty, and then at half-time it was, the only thing I think we can get better at is score more goals.
You talked a little bit about the gritty and the defensive performance.
Suit's great, by the way, Jeff.
Okay,
Looking suave, my friend.
How does it look as you reevaluate and look back on the match today, knowing that you have a player like Alana who's not available, lose them in minutes? You put in Phoebe and Shay, and they put in that kind of performance. Your outside wings are both able to overlap a lot with Lily and Huerta. How do you feel about your defense in depth there, knowing that you were able to pull a clean sheet today under those circumstances?
Yeah, honestly, I was saying this to the staff yesterday. The hardest part of my job is telling people they're not in the 20. It's horrific. I hate it, every single second of it. Because we've got so much depth. There's no one that doesn't deserve to be in it because, they're great. And I think sometimes when you get in a rhythm, it's hard, especially towards the end of the season, you don't want to make a ton of changes all the time. But at this stage of the season, giving people a chance, letting people play with each other, seeing what each other can bring is amazing, And then, there was a special part of today that we haven't spoke about yet, and that's we got a 17-year-old on the field today, which is monumental for this club and for that kid, which was great.
Touching on that, you had a moment, especially given the VAR view tab, it looked like you got a chance to give an extra message to her before she went on, because she didn't go on as a group of three, she went on separately later. What was that moment like?
Go score, kid, because you're good. You wait, this kid's unbelievable.
So, among the base, there's been a bit of talk of fears that 2024 will be a rebuilding year for the Reign, despite all the players that were picked up. Of course, it's just the first game, but I wanted to get your take on that. And of course, the performance looked nothing like a rebuild year. So, I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I think I'll go back to what, I mean, a lot of people have sort of, we've internally had this conversation, externally people have asked me about this, and as long as I'm coach, we'll never rebuild. I can't do that. I want to win. And if that means we win by bringing in the likes of G, great. If that means we win by bringing in a 17-year-old kid, great. If you look at our team, like I think... I think that we have quality everywhere. We have experience, we have youth, we have a lot of different elements to us. So I think like rebuild just sends to me that like this year doesn't matter, and that's not what it is. Like we're evolving. Like I would change the dynamic into we're evolving team. You know, to lose someone like Megan Rapinoe, it would be unfair to say so and so's going to replace her. That's not what's going to happen. But we have to evolve as a team. I wish she was an infinity and could live forever and play forever, but she can't. So we have to evolve. But I think rebuild just says that this doesn't matter, and it does. Like we want to win, and I think we showed today that we have some real quality. So I think there'll be tough times, no doubt, but today was a good day for us.
All right, last
Appreciate
one from Bella.
You mentioned Emery, and obviously she's the first U18 signing for this club.
Yeah.
Moved all the way from Texas.
Mhm.
What was the recruiting process for that like, first of all, and then also what is so special about her that you decided this is going to be our first U18 signing?
The process was that, I mean, I'm quite protective of that. I think I've been within the league quite vocal about the fact that I felt that when it first started to happen with Mal was probably the first one. I just didn't, and it was nothing about Mal. Mal was an exceptional player, just so talented. It's just I didn't think as a league we were ready to be able to provide Mal with everything that she needs. And I think for each club that's really different. Like I know other clubs have made that jump earlier and they've done a brilliant job and whatever. We just weren't ready. I wasn't ready to take on the responsibility of what we as a staff need to be able to provide to that type of player. But I think now we're in a really good spot. I think we're in a really good position to be able to provide her with everything that she needs on and off the field to be able to continue to develop. Because let's be honest, a kid of her age is making a big decision, and I don't take that lightly. So I think we had to be ready to take on that responsibility. We were, so we were just seeing if there was anybody out there that we thought would be great. She's a left-footed wide player. Say less. So I think that was part of it, and we brought her out to pre-season. She came to Costa Rica with us, and honestly, within 2 days, I was like, we need to sign this kid. She is special. And I'm not going to put any pressure on her because she doesn't need that, but she's definitely in a very good place, and I think we're all very excited about what she could potentially be in the future.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Laura.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all.
Thanks, Laura.